made it, ladies and gentlemen, to the big 4-0 here on Chicken Bone Alley. We made it 40 episodes. What is
40 of them. How about that?
40 of them.
I feel old. I feel like I'm 80.
40 of them.
Oh.
And they were presented by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, and now ARCA Motorsports Consulting. Randy Keene there.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on?
Up,
I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
40 of them.
40. Mm-hmm.
About a whole year worth. Getting close.
Well, kind of.
Ish.
It's getting there. Feels like about 2 years worth. But
I swear it does.
yeah, we've only missed 1 week. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially this year. It's been a crazy year.
It was your fault, not mine.
Making through everything. Yeah, I was pretending to be sick. I had Corona Light. I had a sinus infection.
Rona Light. That was it. Rona Light.
Turned out to be good. I was all right.
All right. We've made it. And we got a vaccine coming. 95% effective.
95%. It's going to be 4 years before we can get it.
No, they said 2 months now.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be free. FOC. Free of charge.
Well, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to take it. I don't know.
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to let a few of y'all go through a few rounds.
Yeah, let's see what happens first. If y'all start walking around eating people, I ain't taking it.
Nah.
I ain't taking it.
Here comes the zombie apocalypse from the Rona vaccine. Not happening.
Nah. Go want to get rid of people. They want to make people eat each other. No, I'm not taking it. I'm good.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We're just going to stay up here and do a podcast. I hope zombies like listening to podcasts.
Hey, sure they do. Yeah. Well, how's your week been there, man?
It's been a week. Been a week working on the buses. Actually, I'm kind of caught up. Actually, surprisingly, I don't know. Had a lot going on. Actually, there's a lot of little stuff though.
Yeah.
So it's been steady. But
okay.
Made it to Wednesday quick. How about you?
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Machine shop life is picking back up. Thankfully, starting to get a little more work in here. Good. So yeah, it's good. Staying busy. Got to go back to work tonight. Actually. So,
good.
Probably good. Not good. not good. Really.
Oh, not good. Not good.
Not
My
good.
bad.
Really.
My bad.
But no telling what time we'll get done. Probably 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Who knows? But
maybe that's
part of it
by the time you get back. No.
Yeah,
it's good worker. You got good workers.
We got a fantastic group of people, I will say. So anybody that listens, if y'all listen, I'm gonna give you a oatmeal cream pie or something. I got something there I'll give you.
We ran out at work today. You bring me some?
Yeah.
I ate the last one.
I got you. But no, it's fun. It's challenging, all the same. But it's
who's there working tonight?
David Stark and Mr. Cody Granger there right now. Yeah, they pulling the weight.
They got it going.
Getting it going on. We got us a little shutdown job going on for a wood mill. So
tell David Stark he can pull his weight, but he need to pull it in a bigger shirt.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah. Anybody knows David Stark? He wears mediums.
Extra mediums.
Extra mediums.
And he's only 7 foot tall.
He needs an extra large, I think. But whichever. But But no, it's all good, man. We hanging in there, pulling some big jobs coming in, so that's good, thankfully. And this past weekend was pretty good. We had football season's over for my little 5-year-old boy, a little Cole, little chicken nugget. And so they had the football party, and he's only got like 6 players on his team, so I think only 4 showed up for the party.
Yeah.
So they ordered this jump house.
Yeah.
My wife orders it like a week before, and it shows up at 12, and the party starts at 12. So thankfully, there's not a whole lot to it, but plug it in and it blows itself up. So you ain't got to sit there and blow it up for all day. Good. So that was good. But
we had some pizza.
They literally tried to kill each other inside this jump house, and it's like a 14 by 14, big old thing.
Yeah, I'd say.
And they're trying to kill each other with footballs in there. They got like 12 footballs, and they keep throwing them at each other's heads and all. And
I know every time I looked over there, about every 3 minutes, somebody was crying.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Toughen them up.
Yeah, Blakely, little 3-year-old girl. She
wasn't crying. I never saw her crying.
Oh, no. She don't even care. She's tougher than all of them, though. She is tough. I don't know why she's in dance. She needs to be playing football. I don't let some of the other ones go dance, but anyway, it was
dancers are tough too. Okay,
it was fun. Oh yeah, they are. I'm not knocking it. But I'm just saying she is she's gonna be a linebacker or something, man. Great day. She is tough, but no. Anyway, so that was good, and I think they over calculated on pizza quantity. So we went.
Might have been partly my fault.
Yeah.
Well,
one day somebody's gonna listen to me when I say.
I just went off what I was told.
Yeah, yeah, I know. 25 divided by 2 is not 25, so you don't need that many. You don't need 25 pizzas. But it was good. We had plenty left over. I think there's still 3 pizzas down in the refrigerator right now.
You got Lupper down there. I guess it's like supper for lunch at work tonight.
Yeah. But I don't eat leftovers hardly, so probably not going to be eating that. Probably not.
It's good. You can take it out of there cold and just eat it.
Oh yeah. Not. You can have it. Take some home with you.
I didn't eat much of it. I ate wings.
Yeah, I don't eat pizza much. On a diet.
Yeah, diet. That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah.
Diet.
That's what I do.
Diet. Yeah, that's why you drink the lights.
The diet beer. That's what I do.
Yeah. Anyway, so going back to the weekend, had the party. Then we had a wedding. Well, Friday night we even had a rehearsal.
Dadgum wedding.
Well, last wedding of the year.
Last one, thankfully.
We were happy. We were really, really happy. Happy.
It was a good one. It was fun.
Right.
Yeah, it was good. But had a lot here lately because of the whole COVID deal during the summer months. A lot of them got canceled and pushed back, so we had a lot going on last 3 months. But then we had, 10 or so in the last 3 months, something like that. Been a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
But we're done with that now, so we're good. We can celebrate.
One more party to do. That's it for a year, but I can deal with parties.
Man, you don't have to dress up. I don't like wearing the 3-piece deal, man. That's my whole deal. I don't like to change clothes. If I can wear shorts and flip-flops, I'll go wedding, whatever. I'll do whatever wedding.
If we would have known beforehand, because there was people that came to this wedding in shorts and flip-flops.
I try to tell you that every time, and you don't want to listen to me.
We got to look professional.
I still wore my SRI hat though.
You did. Boom. I had to tell him to take it off during the ceremony.
Yeah. I try to represent. He told me not to. Sorry.
No, you represent. Just not during the ceremony. Can't be wearing a hat during the ceremony. But you would not have been the only one wearing a hat. I looked at her and somebody else was wearing a hat too.
I noticed. It was camouflage, but I saw it.
What kind of wedding are we at?
Hey, don't matter, bro. It's cool. I like it.
It was funny. So anyway,
yes, we did that.
We done that. I went to eat at the in-laws Sunday.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
And that's all I did. I went and ate. Came and then left there and came here and we cleaned out our trailer.
Yeah, we did. We're trying to cut down on some of our product we have in the sound equipment category there. We have a little bit much, so we've gotten some new and improved.
If anybody wants some really, 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 really good sound equipment, let us know. We got some for sale.
Yep.
Because we realize it's not that we want to get rid of it because it's bad. No, this is top of the line best stuff. We just have too much of it.
We have too much. And we're older. And
we're not getting younger. The stuff's getting heavier. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And it's hard lifting up an 80-pound main speaker and putting it up 6 feet in the air.
They sound so good. They sound so good.
Oh, they do sound great. I ain't gonna lie. But it's what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm back living the dream here. It's cold now. Say it's cold. It's colder.
It's pretty chilly outside right now, honestly.
We went from 80, I think, what was it, Saturday? Something got right at 80.
It's Friday. It was right at 80.
Yep, 80 something.
All of a sudden it started rain. Well, Thursday, and then it started raining. And all of a sudden, Sunday, it started really cool. It started cooling down. And then Monday was like, boom.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. So it's going to be 31 degrees in the morning. And then Friday, it's going to be 70 again. So,
well, come Friday, I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida. So it's supposed to be like 82 down there, I think.
I'm planning on being about 20 miles offshore Friday.
Well, I'll holler at you.
Fishing. Yeah, I'll get it when I get back to shore. But
you've answered every time you've been out there.
I might. Hey, you never know. Might have signal, might not. There might be somebody out there that's got a little thing or whatever, however that works. But I'm going to be way off there trying to catch some fish, so we're going to see what happens.
You might as well. I'd be sick as a dog. I like going, but Oof. I don't know. What is it about one time when you go and you just don't feel good? It's just like, I don't want to do that.
Oh, it's not good. You just can't think about it, bud. You just got to go with it. And you got to take your medicine stuff for your vertigo stuff.
Vertigo. I'm getting old, though. Well, this happened a long time ago, actually.
But if you take the medicine that they give you, it might help you.
It might.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to hear it from you, Mr. Oh, I took some of them, but I want to save the other ones for later.
Well, you never know when you need a backup.
Yeah, but you don't finish them and it don't cure the problem.
Well, they need to fix that. They need to give you some backup because when I never understood this. Why do they give you just enough to take to fix the problem? Why don't they give you enough to start fixing the problem when it comes again? Because then when you finally get the problem enough or whatever it is, being sick or whatever, then you go to the doctor. Then you got to start all back over, and it takes 3 or 4 days. Give you something. Give you some reserve here.
I can tell you why. Because they make more dollars if they only give you just enough.
Well, that ain't right.
Well, it ain't, but you don't give nobody extra shaft when they order one, do you?
Sure.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But it's all good. We're gonna see what happens, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Like you say, y'all going taking the family down to Disney World. Yeah, hopefully, it's gonna be normal of whatever it can be.
It's not.
I know it's not gonna probably be. You probably have to wear a mask the whole time.
We do.
The whole time.
The whole time. Well, not really. Somewhat. You can take them.
I thought Florida was kind of open.
Florida is. Florida is completely. It is Disney World that won't do it. But they did up their capacity this past week. Go figure. They up their capacity from 25% to 35%. I was like,
that still ain't nothing compared to.
Thank you.
That still ain't nothing compared to 140%. So
I'm just glad I got my park reservations. I put them in as soon as I could, so we can slide in there and be part of the minimal crowd.
That'll be fun. You have fun. It'll be good times.
I think we'll have fun. Still.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've talked to some people who went in the past few months, and they said it was actually one of the best times they went. Once you get past the mask thing and.
Well, I mean, that's whatever.
Pretty much all the same.
It kind of sucks when you go to Disney World and you wait 3 hours to ride 2 rides.
Yeah.
And then you go home, and then that's just. But.
They say there's very little wait for rides.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll be good. It'll be worth it. It'd be worth wearing the mask. I'd wear the mask to not have to wait in lines because I don't wait. So if I see a long line, I just don't go.
Yeah, you won't even eat if there's a line.
No.
To go through the drive-thru.
When there's like the other day, we go to Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's, whichever. One of them chicken places. And the line's like wrapped around the daggum building. I'm like, no, we're not going here. And he's driving, so I wasn't in control. So
we went there. Yes, we are.
And I'm like, God, dog.
And it literally took 10 minutes.
I go home and make a sandwich. It's too long. I could have been home by then.
Yeah, I want chicken. I wanted to spend, $30 on 2 little plates for chicken.
God knows it's gotten expensive, hasn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It was high.
But anyway. So it was fun. We're back to racing now.
Yeah, let's get back to racing.
Got a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. The seasons are coming to an end, but we have a lot going on, which we were kind of scared of. We were like, season's coming to, slowing down. What's going to happen?
Now that,
who we going to talk to? Well, guess what? We got people to talk to.
Yeah, it's been we're definitely really fortunate right now. We got a lot of people that's wanting to come on the show and accepting our invite to come on the show, which is great. And at the same time, like I said, people wanting to come on whenever they can. So it's really cool. People, I guess a lot of people have more time now, especially dirt racers and short track racers that have time during the week. When they're not working on cars or traveling or whatever, to take time to come on with us. So really cool. Really appreciate everybody for sure that's able to do it. And we got a really big guest coming up here, man.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, let's without further see, I can't talk.
What did you say?
Further ado.
There you go.
I think it's French, ain't it?
I don't know. I didn't take French. I took well in class.
Anyway, let's go to it. Let's go to the phone. All right, we really got a treat on the line now. young lady that is coming up in the ranks down in Florida, but she is moving on to bigger and better things. Miss Logan Misuraca. What's going on, Logan?
Nothing. Just having a great night and looking forward to talking to you guys and get this going.
I'm telling you, we appreciate it, and we appreciate you giving us some time on here. This is cool. It's the first time we've been able to talk to you and stuff, and actually, it was funny because me and Sterling, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, we were just scrolling through Facebook, actually, and saw some things on there with you on there, and I said, we were talking, we said, hey, it'd be cool to get her on the show. She looks like she's, really going places. She's got a firm footing with her sponsors and knows all that stuff, and let's get her on. Let's send her a message, get her on the show. So I shot you a message, and you're like, as soon as I sent it, you're like, that'd be awesome. I'd love to. So, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, the announcement blew up amazingly, and I was super excited. I was getting text messages from Natalie Decker, helping me out, giving me some advice on how to go forth and just like a normal, like personal side of things. And people were calling me, asking me to be on the Sirius XM for NASCAR radio. So it was all blowing up in the past 24 hours on that one announcement. So just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys too.
Well, sweet. Well, we appreciate that. Well, before we go too far, just letting, some fans get to know you. What is a day in the life of Logan?
Well, I'm from Sanford, Florida. So normal day for Logan. I wake up in the morning, hit the gym for about an hour and a half, and then go to work. I work at a Lake Forest dentistry, a dental office, and I sit there and do insurance all day. So total mainstream life, go to work, get out, do some online work for school. I go to University of Central Florida, get that done. I'm studying aerospace engineering. So that's definitely a long process, especially with calculus, physics, and all that stuff. And then by night, I'm handling all my marketing stuff, my PR stuff. I do all by myself. And on the weekends, then you're looking at the race car driver.
Well, I'm telling you, fellas out there, not only does she drive fast cars, and not
Did
only
she
is she
sleep in there?
I'm telling you, not only is she pretty, but she's smart too. Apparently, studying aerospace engineering.
I'm telling you, what does aerospace engineering consist of? Where is that going to lead you to?
So with aerospace engineering, I wanted to study the missile and defense side of things. So we're looking at just like, it was kind of just a backup plan. If this didn't work with the whole racing deal, I wanted just to be able to get my degree, get my bachelor's in something. I've always been a huge math and science fan. So I was like, yep, we're going to build some rockets and shuttles, and that's what I'm going to stick with.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm going to tell you about a shuttle experience I had this past weekend, and I know you probably saw it because you were a whole lot closer than we are. But we actually... people out there, our listeners know it, but you might not know. We actually DJ weddings on the side, and we were at a wedding rehearsal this past Friday night, and all of a sudden I look up in the sky, and there is this super, super bright light flying over, and all of a sudden I see things break off of it, and then there's more bright light, and I had no clue what it was. Well, come to find out, it is a rocket launch from down there, and I guess it was coming from Cape Canaveral or something down there in Florida. And we could see it all the way up here. It was crazy.
Yep. Yeah, we actually watched it. We were out at the Governor's Cup this weekend. I didn't get to race, but I was out there supporting at New Smyrna Speedway. And it was right before the race happened. So it was really cool to watch right before the races and watching all the pieces break off. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? But it was actually like the first time in a while that they sent astronauts up to the space station. Not exactly sure what their mission was this time. I didn't really get to read up on it much, but I know that there was astronauts in there and it wasn't just a test run, so it was a big deal.
Absolutely. That's a heck of a flyover for a race.
There you go.
I'd be proud of that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, we want to go back a little ways in your life, I guess, like we said, get the fans to know you a little more. I was reading you grew up dancing. Tell us a little bit about your dancing career.
So I've danced my whole life. I started when I was just 18 months old. So it was basically before I could even walk. Mom put me in dance slippers and a little cute skirt and sent me out on stage. As a kid, it was just all competing and Then as I got older, I was doing like third-party events for Disney, Universal, doing production shows. Danced all through my life, like did dance team in high school, did leadership in high school. So it's been a huge part of my life until I hit 18 years old. And I was like, listen, I want to race. Like there's nothing that can be made here. I'm going to break all my bones in my body if I keep doing this till I'm 30. I got to quit. So that's how that happened. But dancing was great. It structured me to just stay busy all the time. I would wake up, go to school. Right after school, I would go to the dance studio, train there for 4 hours, then run to the production studio to train there for another 3 hours, and then get home at 1 a.m., go to sleep. So there was no like free time to get in trouble, as my parents said. So it definitely kept me focused, kept me disciplined, and made me stay focused on one thing. It kept me in shape and healthy. So I'm thankful for it.
Absolutely. Well, one thing it definitely helped you was the competitive side. I'm sure dancing is definitely competitive, and that helped with racing for sure.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I will never forget. There's this girl, Kayla Kirsten. She's the coach's daughter. Love her to pieces. She's one of my best friends now. But me and her, we would just go button heads, and she would do a leap, and I'm just like, I'm going to leap 10 feet higher. Like, she'll do a turn. I'm like, I'm going to do 2 turns more than you. Like, it was super competitive when you're at that level that we were at. And we would just, like, fight over who's going to win the competition. And she would win, and I'd try to be, like, the supportive friend. But inside, I was like, no, like, I'm going to beat you next time. So then I'd go out there and beat her. So it's super competitive and way back and forth. So definitely makes you want to, like, battle for a good finish in racing, just having that background.
Don't worry, me and Sterling had the same competitive streak against each other in go-kart racing. So, but fortunately, we grew up best friends also, and it's kind of the same story, just go-kart racing instead of dancing there.
Yeah, I let him win every now and then. So.
Every now and then, yeah. Whatever.
But so anyway, so started dancing 18 months, which is insane because, like I was telling you earlier before we started recording here, my little daughter is 3, and she goes for dance class for only 30 minutes. That's all. 30 minutes on Wednesday nights. That's all she does. And she can't seem to grasp that because she's all over the place doing cartwheels over there in the corner, and Lord, making no telling what she's doing, what she's not supposed to be doing. So hopefully she'll take onto it and love it for sure. So, but going from that, starting your racing career, when did that start?
So my dad actually put me in quarter midgets when I was 4 years old. So I raced quarter midgets for about 2 years, and Mom wasn't feeling super strongly about that. She's like, no, like she's getting heavy into this dancing deal. We don't want her like venturing out and getting hurt. And Mom would watch my dad at the racetracks every single weekend because he raced Top Gun sprints and sprint cars all down here on the east and southern coast and 360s. So she's like, nope, I'm not gonna let my daughter get hurt. And so I like already had like a love and a passion for race, especially watching my dad and them being out there for quarter midget racing. But it didn't come until I was about 17 years old. I went up to Dad and I'm like, I want to get in a race car. So from then we went and bought legend cars together, and we went out there just to have fun on the weekends. We weren't like looking for anything more than just the fender right in front of us. And we were just like, let's just go out there and have fun, see how this goes. We started placing really well down here in the Florida Series. And then just actually this year, we got a call from Lyra Motorsports, which is the team that I'm running with now. And he's like, hey, I want to bring you up to late models over here at New Smyrna Speedway, racing with Jamie Skinner, Michael Lyra. So coming over here to this, it was just a huge jump. And we're like, wow, this is something that like we're really good at. We're getting noticed. So it all kind of progressed from there super quickly, all just from me and Dad trying to have fun at a racetrack.
That's awesome. Well, going back just a little bit before we get into the late model stuff, actually, did you ever have any, watching your dad on race sprint cars, did you ever have any desire to run dirt, or is it you just wanted to go to asphalt?
So I got a bad story. So I went out for first midget race, and Dad's like, he didn't teach me anything about the car. He put me in, and it was about to rain. So he's like, hurry, seatbelt yourself in. And I'm like, I don't even know what all these buttons do in here. And he sends me out on the track, and this is a brand new midget and brand new from frame to everything. So I'm like, I don't know, like if it's going to have like bugs that needs to be fixed or anything. I go out there and I'm like, all right, well, let's just impress everybody. So I floor it, no power steering and no brakes.
Oh, God.
So you can just imagine how that ended up. So then Dad's all mad at me, and he's like, what did you do? Did you not hit the brakes? I'm like, I thought I did. And he brings it in, and he tests it. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So I've always wanted to get into dirt because everyone, like, that's what I've been watching my entire life. And just learning car control, it definitely helped as I got more into it. But I've always just been a super big fan of asphalt racing and going and watching the NASCAR races when I could. Cup Series, Xfinity, I would go to any single one that I can, especially being down here in Florida. We got New Smyrna right there, Auburndale, just a local track, and then Daytona. So we were always around the asphalt racing more than any dirt racing than just Dad running sprint cars.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Really cool. Really cool. So did you like the legend cars?
Oh, I loved legend cars. And everyone will ask me, they're like, well, which do you like better, like late models or legends? And I'm like, they're so uncomparably different.
I can see that.
Legend cars, I believe it is like super strong, like fundamental to racing, just to gain car control. It's not super complex as other realms of racing. So you can like actually learn and figure out the dynamics of racing through that. There's people from kids that are only like 9 years old out there to the master series of people that are like 50, like my dad running. So you got the realm of like all different people who have like no experience to super experience. So it definitely gives you a big jumble of everything in legend racing, and it's a whole lot of fun when you know what you're doing.
There you go. I see that. Well. Also, I wanted to ask real fast before we get too deep in it. I've been looking on your social medias and looking back at pictures of you racing and stuff, and it's like something I just like to ask a lot of drivers just to see, because I know how I came up with mine. Are you set on a car number, or are you just it is whatever it is when I get in it and race it?
So I love to incorporate 3. Just because I am the 3rd generation racer. Wow, I didn't speak that right. The 3rd generation racer of my family. And my pop raced the 13, my dad raced the 3, and they would go back and forth between 3, 13, 33. So I always want to incorporate 3 into everything. So legend cars, I was the 3. I didn't really want to run it in the late models. I was like, no, like the first car I ran, I didn't get to change the number. So I ran the 7. And I was like, lucky number 7, I want to go to unlucky 13 and just
there you go.
Make a name for myself. And so with the ARCA deal, we're going to be going with 33. So I definitely love keeping the 3 in my number. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't get a 3 in my number, but it's just very sentimental to me.
Well, I understand it completely, because I actually drove number 13 in everything I've ever drove. Even my dirt street stock is going to be number 13. I was born on a Friday 13th, actually, so that's why I've always kept it. So that's fun. Well, anyway, so your big announcement that you have put out there. Tell us the ins and outs of it.
So we, as you know, we landed an amazing sponsor in the late model deal with Fortress Water. They're a hemp alkaline water, and I actually met them on Instagram. And there was just a match made in heaven. Me and James, the CEO of Colossal Beverages, got really close. And he's like, listen, like, I want to take you up the ranks. Like, let's just do it. What's the next step? And I'm like, ARCA, like, let's do it. Like, sign the deal. Let's just do it. So Lyra Motorsports is the one that was helping me with the late models, and he was actually back in ARCA and trucks 4 to 5 years ago before he got out of it. So I talked to him, and he was talking to me. He's like, listen, I'll do it for you. We'll just get back into it. So we're going to go back into it together for 2021 and see what happens. I know we're assigned number 33 for 2021, so I got to keep my 3 incorporation at least. But
that's awesome.
We've been running road course tracks down here in the ARCA cars at Homestead, Miami for road course, just to get the feel of the car. Some little local road course tracks, especially because there's going to be about 6-7 road course races on the schedule, as well as some small oval tracks around here that ARCA doesn't race on. So we can just get the feel for the car, and we're really confident in 2021. So we'll see how it all turns out.
That is absolutely awesome, and we're happy for you, actually. I mean, it's awesome to see somebody coming up the ranks and, get opportunities like that.
Absolutely.
Get a chance.
Yeah,
because it's so hard to get a chance like that nowadays. So tell us a little more about your sponsors that you got going with you.
So Fortress Water, they're located up in Atlanta. 10% of their proceeds go to breast cancer. So hence why everything I have is pink. And it's actually funny because when I got into racing, I'm like, I don't want to be that pink racing girl. Like, I love red, black, and white, like the racy look of everything. But it was just the perfect match with me and James, the CEO of Colossal, and we work super well together, and it's really nice to promote the products because back when I was dancing, actually 2 of my mentors, my best dance teachers, passed from breast cancer. So it's just a cause that's personal to my heart, and 10% of all of their proceeds from the hemp water, and it's actually it's a health benefit for the alkaline. It's supposed to be super good for you. And just knowing that it goes to breast cancer and being able to support that really makes me feel comfortable. So it's been great with them. They talk to me on a daily basis, asking what they can do for me, what I can do for them. They're putting up billboards, and we're just trying to promote each other rather than me just promoting their name. So it's a perfect partnership.
That's awesome, man. That's really admirable of them and you taking on causes like that. And, for things that are so big as breast cancer awareness and other things like that. So that's absolutely awesome. Well, honestly, tell us, I know you talked about your dad and all, helping you along the way and everything. Who else has helped you come up through the ranks and through the cars that you've drove?
I'm thankful for so many people. We have people from dirt track racing, Wayne Davis, Don Ream, just people that run Top Gun and the dirt track series down here. I got so many late model people like Skinner, amazing brain to just take me in there. And he's just super aggressive in the racing world. Like he just demands to win. So I got a good side of that from him. Carlos is more strategic. So Carlos Lira helps me. Michael Lira ran a few races in ARCA. I also have my legend people who just gave me the world, and I can never thank them enough. Like Jeff Jordan, he runs RPM Performance up in North Carolina and runs the Southeast Legends Tour. So he helped me. He jumped on when he didn't need to, and he's just he called me one night, and he's like, listen, you're the person I want to help. He goes, someone told me that when I started racing, and I was like, yeah, okay. So he's like, I'm going to pass it on, and you're the person I'm going to help through the ranks. And then there's just so many people here and there. I remember back to Winter Nationals last year. I did not have the funding or any sponsors to help me race the race. And I put this little post out on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, anything will help if you want to donate to Logan Misuraca Racing, and we'll put your sticker on the car. Every single donator will get their name on the car. And there's this amazing guy, John Griffin. He's friends with David Reagan, and he has funded my entire Winter Nationals. And he'll even send me money here and there just to be able to get a little small sticker on the car. And he just helps me out tremendously until I landed Fortress Water, which is absolutely amazing. And they help me financially. So there's just so many different people that are helping me from so many different sides. And I'm just trying to be a extra soakable sponge right now, taking in all the info and all of the amazing opportunities that have been opening up.
Well, you are definitely a great ambassador for them.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you.
Yeah, it's so important to have good people to surround yourself with to help you grow. And a lot of people we talk with, you're just a small drop in the bucket to be able to make it to where you're at. And it's so important to have everybody surrounded, even helping us. You are helping us right now just to help us grow. So we appreciate that too. But moving up into ARCA, are you going to go back and run any of Speed Weeks down in New Smyrna this coming year?
Yes. So, actually, the opening of Speed Weeks is the ARCA East Series. So we'll be running the New Smyrna Speedway race for ARCA that opening week. We're also going to be running the late model deal for Speed Weeks as well. We're undecided on a team still, so we're going to have to throw that together. But I do want to get more seat time. I want to be able to at least race 7/8 of next year. So maybe 1 or 2 off weekends the entire year just to overload myself and make sure I'm always in the seat of driving something, whether it be on dirt or asphalt. So we're definitely going to run the late models parallel to ARCA, and then even late models while we go into the trucks at the latter part of next year.
That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. That is dedication there.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
I'm telling you. Well, going back to New Smyrna real fast, I mean, we can't brush over the fact you got into late model there, and I saw you won Rookie of the Year.
I did, and I got second in the points championship behind Jamie Skinner. So super huge accomplishment, and he's my coach. He was my team owner, so it was super nice to come really close right behind him, and it was a pretty short gap. So we were out there, and I'm like, you gonna let me win? He goes, absolutely not. And I'm like, I don't want you to let me win, but I'm gonna win. And unfortunately, I didn't end up winning. But, yeah, we landed the Rookie of the Year. It was a huge, amazing moment. And it was especially because Fortress Water actually sponsored the last race, which was the championship race. So they let me pull out on the front stretch, and all of my sponsors and all the fans, I had them come down to victory lane with me to take a picture. And it was just like I was winning first place. And even though I placed fourth and I was just up there for my Rookie of the Year award, it felt heavenly having everybody there. There was about 60 people down on victory lane with me taking a photo.
That's awesome.
Definitely awesome. Definitely awesome. Well, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, we definitely wish you nothing but great success going into the ARCA series and truck series and more in late models and whatever else you decide to run, because we definitely want to see you move up and kick tail and, give some of these guys a run for their money.
Well, that's the plan. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting on here more next year just to update you guys and let you know how the year's going.
Awesome. Well, you feel free to call in anytime. Just shoot me a message, and we will have you on whenever you want to be on. We don't care.
All right, sounds good. I'll just call and say hey and be like, hey, I just lost. Or, hey,
that works.
I just won. I just wanted to let y'all know.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you honestly, you can be that driver, because we talk to a good bit of drivers. I will say, nobody wants to talk to you when they lose.
Nobody.
And so we want to see that reaction. Actually,
I don't think you want to talk to me when I lose.
Yeah. Actually, we do. We really do.
Maybe a day later. Let's let her calm down a little bit and we get her on. Yeah. No, cool.
Kyle Busch 2.0. There we go.
Yeah. No, Logan,
Logan.
We really do appreciate you coming on very much, and I look forward to speaking with you all through next year for sure, and best of luck by all means. What's coming up?
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. It means a lot to have y'all support, even from Florence, South Carolina. So.
There you go. Well, definitely so. And we will be watching and rooting you on. And hopefully we're going to get down to one of these races that you're running in and actually get to come and show face and say hey.
Yeah, you got to come down for the Daytona debut. We got January 15th and 16th. That'll be an interesting event.
Absolutely.
It might just happen. Who knows?
All right. Sounds good. I'll get y'all in the pits.
There you go. All right, Logan. Well, we appreciate it again, and thank you so much for coming on.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
All right. Again, thank you to Miss Logan Misuraca for coming on.
That's awesome.
Hanging out with us on this episode here. That's really cool, and she's, like I said, she's really up and coming in the looking like going to be the NASCAR rank. She's making steps to it.
Yeah, absolutely. She's definitely moving quick, and that is great. Talent's there, obviously. So, best of luck to her, and look forward to seeing where she goes. But more than all that, just a really down to earth, really cool girl to come on and hang out with us and just talk normal talk, and it's a lot of fun. We can do that for sure.
Definitely is, and like you said, talent's definitely there. Like she said, in her first year in the late model there, winning Rookie of the Year and finishing second in points.
That's huge.
That's big,
especially down in New Smyrna. That area, there is a lot of competition down there. A lot of late models going on down there. So, really proud of her and her team and everybody involved for sure. So, like I said, look forward to seeing what's coming up this year, and hopefully we can get down to see your speed weeks.
Definitely so, and go hang out with everybody and get to show some face hopefully here soon. Well, speaking of looking forward to stuff, if y'all follow us on social media, any of them, that being, one of our favorite apps, Checkered. They are the new Race Hub social media for racing only. If you follow us on there or any of the other social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, y'all have seen our winter plans finally. We've been working on this for a couple weeks, trying to get some stuff up, and stuff is still coming together actually for it. But we figured regardless of anything else coming together, we're doing this. We're going to make it happen. We have put together a iRacing, what we call them the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals.
Yep.
And it's going to be a 8-race series on Sunday evenings.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it for sure. And
that is tentative anyway. Hopefully everything works out for that. Should be. But anyway,
well, we should be good.
Yeah, we got down.
Yeah, we should be good. And if we got to move a date or two here and there, we just have to move a date or two here and there, and hopefully everybody can.
Hopefully we'll be good. Hopefully we'll be good.
Yeah,
on
we might have to move the first weekend, but who knows that yet?
Who knows?
Nothing set in stone. But anyway, looking forward to it. It's going to be asphalt and dirt, so it's not going to be just one certain ringer, I guess, come in to iRacing and be able to just dominate on asphalt or dominate on dirt or dominate on one certain car. Or, it's kind of why we wanted to do it the way we did it, just because it kind of opens up the field. And we're going off of points. We're not paying out any money for winning a certain race. So you got to stay in the points for the whole 8 races, and you got to average the best finish after all those races.
That's what we're going off of. We're going to throw some averages out there, and whoever's got the best average is going to take home the win, and we're going to have to come up with a good tiebreaker. Hopefully we won't have a tie. But we will let everybody know about that.
Yeah, we'll come up with that. We'll figure something out there. But the biggest thing is I want everybody to get on there and have a good time and cut fool and laugh and race everybody clean and just the first one. So we're all gonna be learning from this one and figuring out kind of what's next, and hopefully we're gonna have another one later in the year, in the spring or summer or whatever we're able to do, and hopefully it can be broadcasted maybe for sure. So we'll see what happens there, but we'll keep it going.
We got, in all honesty, we got started a little late on this one. It was kind of a quick idea. It's like, hey, let's do it. And we've been looking for some broadcasters and hadn't really got that nailed down yet by no means. So we don't know if it's going to be broadcast. Right now it's looking like no, but I'm not going to throw it completely out of the question.
No, maybe we can get Twitch figured out if nothing else, and get something going there. But anyway, anybody listening, if you want to join, definitely check it out. Go to chickenbonealleypodcast@gmail.com and tell us your name and your iRacing handle or whatever, and your iRacing member number,
yep,
and all that whole deal, and get signed up.
Best thing is go look at any of our social media posts, and it will give you a list of everything you need to send us on there. We've actually already got about 10 entries already. First race looking like it's going to be December 6th. Looking like that's what we got it scheduled for. That is, but we have now realized that's the night of the Snowball Derby.
Yeah, so that might be an issue. A little bit.
We'll talk with guys. See what's going on.
Whether we're able to go or not, a lot of people might want to tune in and check that out. So, and we, us as well, definitely want to watch that race. So, we may move that race to sometime during that week, and then try to hold all the other ones on Sunday if at all possible. But, hey, we'll just do what we can.
Definitely so, because we're race fans ourselves, along with you guys, obviously, because that's why you're listening to this. Because you're all race fans. I can't talk tonight. I can't talk.
Race
friends. That's
we're race friends.
We're race friends.
Nice.
FRANS, friends.
Speaking of the iRacing deal and trying to get going with that, definitely want to thank SRI Performance for their help in this, getting this going, and Palmetto Machine and Fabrication for sure.
Definitely so. You can't just skip over. You can't just breeze over that.
Yeah, well, hey, you never know. You gotta throw them in there, and we appreciate them guys for helping us too. And we'll I don't know what we can throw Palmetto's way, but you never know from this.
Hey, you never know. There's well, what I like about it is this industry is always, I don't know, you got different walks of life in this entire industry in racing. So
right.
You never know. You might have some guy out there who's might working in a mill. He need him a shaft made.
Exactly. You never know. And by the way, if you are looking into getting into this series and you got a Logitech G27 wheel and you want to run you a SRI wheel, you can go to SRI.
MPI.
I mean, MPI. There's too many. There's too many. I can't talk. You got me all jacked up. Anyway,
those nights.
You want to run an MPI
and we ain't
wheel?
Even drink enough to worry about that.
I know, what in the world? But you want to run an MPI wheel on your Logitech G27
or G29
or G29
or G25
or G25. Go on to SRI's website, check it out, and you can get you an adapter.
www.sriperformance.com. Go look up the steering wheels and stuff, or look up phone numbers or whatever. That's easy to do. Call them. Just tell them what you want. Tell them what you need.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when we were there, they got guys right behind the parts counter, guys and gals right there to answer. Get whatever you need. Get it on the way.
Well, that's a cool thing. I mean, like I said, call. You don't even know what it's called. Explain it to them. They got so much in there. I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, what is that? I don't know. I could explain it to you. I don't even know what it is. But they got it.
They got it all. So
give them a call. Look them up. Like I said, www.sriperformance.com. Also, always remember stockcarsteelandaluminum.com. Stockcarsteel.com, I'm sorry. And like I said, Draco Springs always. Also on this series, as Sterling said, Palmetto Machine and Fabrication helping us out a good bit on some payouts and stuff there, and we going to throw some love their way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And definitely want to thank also more payout stuff. This is guys that are helping, put up this money for y'all to win on here. Forward Bite.
Absolutely.
Forward Bite Apparel. Y'all need to go check them out. Look at all their social medias. They're on Checkered also. They just dropped some new t-shirts, new hoodies, new designs out the other day. They look really good.
Absolutely.
Definitely look really good. And also, going off of that, Cole Train. We talked about him a few months back, breaking his hand all up during the race and still winning the race. He didn't care. Had to have surgery after the race. And, he finally has got out the cast and all that fun stuff. He has got now a micro sprint, 600 micro sprint. Got out there. They've got it all put together. He built his own wing for the top. I watched on Forward Bites social media and Team Vandy actually. He got there his first race in the micro sprint and won.
He got it going on, bro.
I'm telling you, he's a little racer, man. He's a wheel man.
He is, dude.
Definitely a little wheel man.
We got to get him come talk to us sometime.
Oh, yeah, we get him on there. I talked with his dad the other day. Talked to Mark the other day, and we definitely get him on here. Gonna get Cole Train on the show, and throw out some more Forward Bite Apparel y'all's way. So y'all go check them out. Buy as much as you can. They got some really cool designs, like we said. So y'all check them out. And as always, like we said, definitely, and for them helping us out also on this deal here, Checkered, the race hub.
Definitely check them out. All the stuff going on with the election and the this and the that and the whatever.
It gets old to see on.
Yeah, it's all you see pretty much now on some different social media platforms. So go check out Checkered, and all you're going to see is racing. That's it. You're going to see everybody happy and racing.
That's all we
Most
talk
time
about
happy.
there.
Sometimes there might be some fighting going on.
Well, every now and then you got to show the other side of racing, but it's all racing. It's all stuff we want to look at. It's not I hate to see it, hate to say it, but you don't see Aunt Betty's dog on there barking at the cat. I mean, that's not what we on there to see. Us race folk, we like to see racing. So go check out Checkered.
Yes, sir.
Download it. It's a free download from your app store. So anyway, speaking of friends,
yeah, our good buddy that has helped us. And really we don't give him enough credit, honestly. But he is he's helped us from early on in starting this podcast. He's
back when nobody would talk to us.
Yeah, he jumped off the bridge there and come and took a chance with us, and he's helped us grow a lot. and he still comes back every now and then when he can, and when we can. Fortunately, we've had some busy past few weeks here, but Mr. Derek Griffith was able to come back and hang out with us.
Yep, here he is. All right, and welcome back to the show. Our old buddy, old pal, Derek Griffith. Derek, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, same old stuff. Getting ready for the Derby and slinging Japanese cars all over the East Coast. That's about it.
Sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. I tell you what, I've been checking out your the Facebook post there, man, and there you got some nice stuff coming in up there.
Yeah, all kinds of funky turbo diesel 4-wheel drive stuff. That's what we've been doing a lot of lately.
Sweet.
A lot of vans and Land Cruisers and Hilux Surfs, and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, y'all probably about to need all that because I saw up somewhere your way close by they were getting some snow today. So, ugh.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We had snow. We got snow probably about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks back, and it's coming. We're about ready for it. I think it was like 27 degrees all day today, so it was a cold one.
I do not envy you for that.
No,
I will keep our what was the day, about 55 outside.
Yeah, it was.
Which was just about the coldest we've had
this is the coldest day yet.
February, I think.
Yeah, so I think tonight's supposed to get like 31, which is cold for us. But Friday it's supposed to be 70. So it's, what
I'm going to Orlando this weekend. I'm going down to Disney World, and it's going to be 82 down there. So I'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be sweating, hoping for that 55.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Exactly.
Probably so. Well, cool, man. Well, far as race cars, what you had going on here lately? I know we hadn't talked to you since actually before your last couple ARCA runs there. Know you went down to Florida in the ARCA East race there and run that and was running good with Grant coming on as your teammate, Grant Enfinger coming on as your teammate there. Tell us a little bit about all that stuff down there.
Yeah, we had a good car. I learned a lot from Grant. He helped me out a ton as far as how these cars drive, how these cars, are. Because, of course, with no testing and no practice all year, it's hard to, even if you go out there and just, run 100 laps somewhere. I mean, it's not really, if you're not talking to someone or trying to get some advice from someone, it doesn't exactly always help. So Grant kind of led me in a direction at Pensacola. And it worked really good for us late race, and we were contending for a win with like 40 to go, I think, or something like that. And went to his outside and third place, just kind of drove off in there and ran out of town or whatever you want to call it, and just cleaned us right up. So that was super frustrating, especially after battling the car a lot of the day. We made one change and went from like 6th or 7th to almost going for the lead, or I was going for the lead, and that was really it. And it was a tough day too, because it was like, man, no one wanted to leave any room. The only person that left me room all day was Grant. That was it, one person, and everyone else was using each other up so bad. It was just a kind of a frustrating day for sure.
I bet so, and I know I even I texted you right after that race with a few choice words of my own for the other driver there. I was so mad, Jesus. It was like, man, he's been working so hard with this ARCA car this year, and getting up front finally, and somebody just goes in there just stupid.
Well, it honestly, it kind of seems like, and it's not just there, but it's pretty much been every short track that they've ran this year. It seems like a lot of those guys kind of forget how to run short tracks anymore. Kind of forget how to run around people and be patient and let the cars come to them and let things happen that way. So, yeah, I definitely can see that, and I'm sure Derek gets a lot of that.
Well, speaking of that, you tell me, Derek. I swear it seems like to me. Now, don't get me wrong. You got your few here and there in every series, but it seems like to me you can go run the late model somewhere, and like at Oxford per se. I mean, the majority. The races I watched you run, because they were aired on online somewhere, watched you run them, and the majority of those, everybody was fairly clean because race around each other. I mean, there was their moments, But it seemed like the ARCA stuff this year on the short tracks, everybody was just rooting and gouging and spinning and dumping. And what's the difference there?
I think it's just a respect thing. I mean, you gotta get everyone that runs that pass tour, or the even the Derby could go either way. But you go run at some of these short track races. I mean, these guys are paying out of their own pocket to go and race, and they're fixing it themselves, and they got to deal with their mess ups on Monday. So
right.
Whereas unfortunately these kids they're in they're privileged enough to do what they do, which is awesome, but they kind of just have a lack of respect. They have a lack of and I wouldn't call it just the lack of talent alone, but it's like they just don't care. They never had to touch a car. They don't care what it costs. They don't care about anything. We had 40 laps to go. If you just let me, if you just left me out there to hang out to dry, fill that hole and not run over me, probably would have had the spot anyway. So it's like, man, it's just so frustrating to have, I try to do everything the right way. And unfortunately in that series, it doesn't really get you very far. It's unfortunate, but it just seemed like you said, just rooting and gouging every race, and it was like every short track, it was a mess. It was over and over and over again too. It wasn't like, oh man, we had that one incident or we had that one thing. It was like everywhere, every short track they went to, it was a mess.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we're going to get to Kansas here in a minute, but going to a 1.5 mile track, it seems like to me those cars or whatever the reason for it is, that group of people or the younger people or whatever, they're learning to run and race against air or not. You just never see them right up against somebody running side by side continuously. It's like they can't do it. And if you can't do it on 1.5 miles or on a short track, I don't know. It's just I don't understand the way they're teaching them nowadays, I guess, is what I'm getting at. And like you say, Derek, it makes a lot of sense where you grow up with whatever you want. Here it is, here it is, here it is. They don't have any respect for anything, much less their own stuff. So
no, definitely not. Definitely not. Well, let's move on from the bad stuff and move on to the good stuff there, as we just talked about. Kansas. Did it feel like a little bit of redemption coming back and putting in a top 3 effort there?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we did all kinds of races all year at all kinds of different racetracks, and finally coming back to a racetrack was nice. It was like, man, I got some laps here. I kind of know what it feels like to be where you got to be at this racetrack, and we're starting off on the right foot. We unloaded. We didn't have anything dragging. The splitter wasn't on the ground. We didn't have any tire rubs. There was nothing went wrong. So like it was immediate. Like right there, you have a good feeling too. The car was good right off the trailer. Just nothing went wrong. So even from that 8-lap or 6-lap practice that they gave us, I knew right away, hey, we got a good piece. And then we were starting like 15th or something like that. I'm like, oh man, or 13th or wherever we were starting. It was far in the back, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be pretty tough. And that was a day that I probably learned the most as far as how the cars drive when they're good. And it was just a good day. We had a good day. We came up through the field. We did have some issues. I missed a gear on one of those restarts because the throttle was hanging up, and I went to grab a gear, and the throttle never came off. It's like 7,000 RPM, so I couldn't grab it. I couldn't grab another gear because it was revved up, and so I kind of messed myself up there. I should have just I knew it was going to do it, but I just thought I could get it in, and it didn't make it in. So I lost all my spots, had to drive back up through. And I think if we made one change, one very small change, we had a chance to win that race. But, unfortunately we that happened, and I think that cost us a little bit, but we had a good car. It was good to just, like I said, unload, be on par, be where we need to be, and go out there and race. That was huge.
Definitely.
And it was awesome to see, and awesome to see you wrap up your ARCA season there with a good solid finish, because I would say effort, but the effort has been there all year. I know, because I've talked to you and talked to you about everything y'all, tried and changed on the car and everything. And so it's awesome to see it finally come to a good finish. I mean, you finished top 10 all year. I mean, so that was great, but taking home a third place, that puts it up there even better.
Oh yeah, it's hard not to be happy with closing out the year like that. Getting taken out, contending for a win at Pensacola, and then third at Kansas. It's hard not to be somewhat happy with that. I think if you look back on this year, it's going to be kind of like 2, 3, 4 years from now when stuff kind of gets normal. It's going to be kind of like, oh yeah, he had an okay year, just because I don't think people will remember how crazy this year really was. No practice, no testing, it was even down to the tracks were so green when we showed up. We were the first ones to hit the racetrack usually, and it just is kind of a wild year, and I think that kind of took away from my year a little bit. And I think it's always going to be that thorn in the side a little bit, like, man, he should have done better that year. And then they're like, I think people might be like, oh, you know what, that was COVID year, and they had no testing and no practice, and that was his first year in a stock car, and blah blah blah. So we'll see what the future holds, but I think that's unfortunately how it's going to be looked at.
Well, I definitely will be, and like you say, I hope everybody sees what you were capable of this year, and you can get another. I hope a full-time ride. I would love to see that. I hope it comes for you. I really do, and it's bad to say, but I think this year helped you a lot in growing and understanding that car more, because you had to figure it out the way it was. I mean, you just got thrown in there and here it is. And sometimes that's the best way to learn, I think.
Oh yeah. Yep, for sure. And, I think the results kind of proved themselves at the end of the year. Like I said, everything aligned right. We had a good day, and, I think we could have a lot more good days, and just need the help is all. So that's what actually I'm not at the race car shop tonight, but me and my girlfriend are going to be kind of sending some marketing stuff out to see if we can get some partners on board for next year and see what we can come up with, because that's a whole job in itself, really. But we'll be hustling away on that.
Cool deal. Yeah, that's I feel a little bit of your pain on that. That's a full-time job in itself right there. But anyway, so moving on to some late models. First, before we get into, we know you still got at least, one race left for the year, but we know you had a good bit of success. Honestly, how do you really sum up your 2020 season running the late model?
Oh, it's hard not to be happy. I really think we had a really good shot to win the 250 this year, and that kind of, that didn't play out in our hands. And honestly, I probably would have sacrificed our whole entire year and all the other wins for that 250 win. But it kind of is what it is. It's hard to expect anything that weekend. It's such a tough weekend, and unfortunately, luck plays a huge part in that race.
Definitely.
And we did not have Lady Luck on our side that day, but it's hard not to be happy with the Super Late Model Championship down there in Speed Weeks. A win over Majeski down there for the 50 lapper, and we won the 2 10K to win races up here. A race up at White Mountain after I think we started like 28th or 26th or something. I actually made it in through a provisional, and we won that race. And we finished second to Joey Pole by 4 inches at Star, and we had a second or third at Oxford, and we had a good year. It's hard not to be happy with our year. We kept the car, and our crate motor car is sitting on the surface plate right now, like 100% ready to go for next year, and that's usually unheard of. That needs nothing at all. It's crazy. So we're happy. It's hard not to be happy with this season, and kind of hustle our way for the Derby, get our big motor car together, and yeah, we'll get rolling.
Absolutely right, man. Well, that's the cool thing about you got a lot of momentum coming up to this one of the biggest races of the year, aside of the 250 for sure. But man, you had some time to get ready for this race, man. So what, you think you got everything where it needs to be?
Yeah, I think we're strong. We, like you said, we kind of got a little kind of on a roll with the late model deal. It was cool to just show up at some of these racetracks and do as good as we did. And You know, I mean, it's hard not to have, I wouldn't say like, you know, like a chip on our shoulder, but it's hard not to be confident. You know, I mean,
Right.
we're coming down there with a little head of steam, and you know, I think our late model program is the best it's ever been this year. And it might not show. We know we didn't get, you know, 7 or 10 wins, but you know, we didn't really race it all that much, so
Right.
it doesn't really show because, you know, that reason alone. But you know, I don't know. It's hard not to have a little bit of confidence, and you know, luck plays such a big part in this race too. But you know, I think with the way we've been going, I think, you know, if we make it in and stay clean, you know, we'll have a good shot at a good run. You know, we finished 12th last year. I'd really like to finish top 5. That would, you know, make my year really good.
Well, I definitely think that can definitely happen in my opinion. Like you said, coming off this momentum you got going on in the late model. I got a question though, and this is a little bit off topic, but something you just said. You said you got the crate car sitting there. You're getting your big motor car ready. How many cars do you actually have?
We got 2 cars. Well, we got 2 cars that we race. I have some older cars that Louis Michelitis, my crew chief, owns. And then we have an old left-hander that we actually have we got it up for sale. Just a car that I ran. Actually, I ran it down at Speed Weeks probably 2 years ago. And we just always, it's a chassis, you know, it's pretty bare, but
right.
So, and then Louis got my car that I first ever drove as a super was a 1998 Junior Hanley, and man, I won some races with that car. That thing's as old as me almost, and I think it could still go out there and win some races. But that's, you know, pieced together over in the corner. And then I had another Junior Hanley car that it was Louis as well that I drove, and I wrecked that car at Loudon probably, man, 2016 or 15. It like destroyed, wrecked it pretty bad, and you know, we clipped it front and rear, and now it's just sitting there, parts and pieces still. So like I said, those are both Louis, but they were cars that I drove, so they're around, but you know, they're old tech, so I don't know how they would go.
I got you. So coming off that question, what I really wanted to ask was, so when you go down to Florida, go down to for the Derby, y'all just take one car with you?
Oh yeah, yep. Everywhere we go, even Speed Weeks, all that stuff, we got a 1-car hauler, and it's always been 1 car for us. We Louis has always like said, you know, if you wreck one, you don't want to pull the other one out, right? The other one too,
exactly,
because it's going to be an expensive weekend, and you know, we just don't have that kind of funding to have that set up. So
well, and that's yeah, and that's actually what is so impressive to me about you. Actually, that's what I'm actually getting at here, is you're not coming with the KBM money and haulers having multiple cars in there, or the DGR car, the Rev Racing, and all those other guys. You know, all them teams that are coming racing races like the Snowball Derby and stuff like that. I mean, I know there's many others that are coming around. Y'all go with 1 car, a single hauler, and you still make it happen. That's what is so awesome, and that's what, you know, proves to me, and ought to prove to other people, it's not just about throwing money at everything. It's about putting in the hard work. And man, it honestly, like I said, it just really impresses me about y'all.
Yeah, yep. And the Derby's a tough one too, because you know, you get all those teams that are big spenders, and you know, they show up with, you know, 2, 3, 4 double stackers stacked full of, you know, all kinds of stuff. And then you know, there's a handful of the guys that kind of show up with like a mom and pop style team, and you know, it's unfortunate you don't see the Derby get won by a lot of you know, mom and pop style places anymore. But you know, for the most part, I mean, you know, you got guys like Jeremy Doss that are you know, they trek their way all the way out from California. Same thing, 1 car and a good little team, and you know, they're good. They, you know, they are fast everywhere they go. So it's cool to see, you know, a couple small guys run pretty good over, you know, especially like you said, KBM, DGR, and you know, Junior Motorsports sometimes shows up with you know, whoever, and it's just cool to see someone that like, you know, like us run in the Derby from time to time. It's just really cool.
It definitely is. Well, sweet, man. I mean, well, so In all honesty, coming up to it, what are your exact expectations for the Derby?
It's hard to have an expectation for the Derby because it's such a wild weekend. We're gonna go down, have some fun, and do what we do. I think it's gonna be, qualify in, and and that's gonna be step one. From there, like I said, I mean, I would be ecstatic with the top 5, and I'd be real happy with the top 10 too. I want to stay in the lead lap and race with these guys. We kind of missed on pit road last year, and I ended up like racing with Bubba Pollard, where he was in 3rd or 4th place, but I was a lap down, and like I drove my way there too, and stayed with him, and just Ty Majeski was so fast. Every time he was passing some, putting another guy down, I was right in the lucky dog spot. He'd have, another car lap down, and I missed my lap back a couple times, so it was a tough one after that, because I knew we had a real good car, just missed on pit strategy and everything. So we'll see how this year goes, and that's like I said, step 1, make it in, and step 2, race it out, make it towards the end, and top 10, top 5 would be awesome.
There you go. And a quick thing about you just said Ty Majeski. He is actually going to be here at Florence Motor Speedway this Saturday, racing a late model stock. He said for the first time. And I'm gonna be at Disney World, but I'm gonna send Sterling over there to talk to him.
Yeah, he's actually racing Chad Bryant's car. His late model stock.
Is that who he's running for? Sweet. I didn't know that.
Yep. Chad's tried to talk me into driving that thing. Well, shouldn't say it like that, but we haven't had a weekend where we could make it work. But he's been talking about it for a little while now, and I guess a kid rented it. Some young kid rented it and won a big late model stock race a few weeks ago. And now Ty's in it too, so good for those guys.
Sweet. Well, you need to get in it one time and come down here and race.
Especially down here in November. Come down here and hang out with us, and you can leave and go to. You can
leave there and go to Florida.
Perfect. Yeah. No, I think next year I'd love to run it at Hickory a couple times. And,
there you go.
Maybe so I'll do what I can, but I told Chad I would definitely. I'm definitely on board to run that thing.
There you go.
That's awesome. Well, people, everybody listening, we asked Derek, and from what he knows and from what I could tell, the Derby is not going to have any limitations this year as far as fans. So anybody that's around or can get there, definitely go get there. I know that from hearing some stories from Derek and others, the camping, the hangout, the party is
the shindig.
Is quite the party down there. So I'm sure it'll be the same this year. And I really hope, and I'd love for us to be able to get there. I really wish we could, and it's not totally out of the question yet. Who knows? But there's nothing like the Derby, from what I can understand. So.
Yeah,
couldn't agree more.
Well, cool deal, man. Well, before we let you go, we definitely got to ask you, is there, I know you was talking about some marketing stuff, is there anything at all set up for next year?
We're working on some stuff, nothing in stone. We're trying though. It's gonna be a long reach. But we'll see. I think after the last few races, at least, I kind of have something to stand on after, hey, what we did with what we had. And, we'll see. We're hustling on some stuff, and we got a list probably 40, 50 names long that we got to check off here. So if anyone's got any ideas, feel free to DM over to me, and we will shake that tree as hard as we can, believe me. So we'll try everything we can, and maybe we'll come up with something.
Definitely so. And while we got you here on the phone, I know we hadn't actually talked about it a whole lot this year, but I know you've had a lot of people on the car, a lot of sponsors you got on there. If you want to throw some of them out there for us.
Yeah, for sure. So FE Preventure Insurance has been with me since I was 13 years old. They've been on there since I had a little Mustang four-cylinder, and they're just a racing family. It's an insurance company down in Lowell, Massachusetts, but the family that owns it, it's become their their football Sunday deal. It's their racing Sunday, their racing Friday, their racing whatever it is. They're usually there up here in the Northeast. Everywhere we go, we see them at every racetrack, and they're up in the stands cheering us on. It's such a cool deal to have a whole family so heavily involved. And then LCM Racing, so Louis Michelitis and his deal, on the car side, and he builds some motors up here for a lot of street stock guys and super mod guys. I got to thank my dad at Tingsboro Motors. Northeast Auto Imports has come on board this year. That's my company, so we've helped out as much as we can. Waddell. The list could go on and on and on, but we Magnus, I should say. We're real lucky to be partnered up with quite a few people, and it means a lot.
Yes, sir, and that is awesome. And I hope you get plenty more to add on for next year. Get all that space filled up on the car. Well, one question for before you go down to the Derby. I know every now and then you like to put some crazy wrap on the car. Anything crazy going on there this year?
No, not this year. We're going plain Jane. We're one and done as far as the rap contest goes. We're going out on top, so that's it.
There you go. It is strictly business this time. Well, cool deal, man. Well, best of luck to you down there when you're heading out to go down there.
I leave the day before Thanksgiving, and we got a test that Friday, I believe. So, and then the guys are going to shoot down they're going to drive the hauler down Monday. I just got to stay behind and wrap up some stuff at work before I go, and that's it. It's game on.
Good deal. Well, don't party too much down there, and strictly business,
Yeah, I'll try. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you. Go get a W, and we will definitely be talking with you, buddy.
Sounds good, guys. I appreciate it for sure.
All right. Thank you. All right. How about Derek? There. Coming on, hanging out with us again. Hopefully we're going to be talking to him again, as we said there, in a few weeks after he goes and puts a whooping on him down there at the Snowball.
Oh, man, we're going to be rooting him on hard, dude. I'm telling you, he's got a lot of momentum coming into that race.
I didn't say it to him, but I'm just going to say our momentum came when he put that chicken bone out.
That made a big difference. I'm ready to see that chicken bone eye sticker on the side of that car.
I didn't ask him if he was putting it on that one, but I would say.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Need to find out. If he don't,
we sent him a pile of them. Well, we sent him a pile of them.
Okay, good.
Send him a big old handful of them.
Well, make sure he remembers put that sticker back on there, because it made some luck for him. So hey, you never know, man.
I'm just saying, he ain't finished, outside.
What, third?
Second.
Yeah, second. Yeah.
Since he had it on. I'm just saying.
Hey,
just
makes a difference. Makes a difference.
If you're listening, Derek, I'm not saying,
but I'm saying. No, man, we appreciate Derek again as always. Thank you very much, bud. Best of luck to you down there in Florida. We're gonna hopefully be able to get there and check you out. If not, we'll be watching you on Speed 51 for sure that night, and see what happens.
Definitely so. Well, cool. What else we got this week?
Well, a little bit of dirt
racing, don't we?
Yeah, a little bit of dirt racing going on. What they had, the mag, I can't remember what it was called now. What's that race called?
It's the Clash at the Mag or something.
Something like that, yeah. But anyway, today's show.
Yep.
And I was getting two different ones mixed up, but we got Magnolia and
Volunteer.
Volunteer was the crate race. Big crate race. There was like 70-something of them showed up.
But they also raced crates at Magnolia.
Oh, really?
On Thursday night.
Wow.
Yeah. So, which our buddy Will Harrington went down there and put it on him on Thursday night.
Put it on him. Be the man, bro. He's running.
Definitely so.
He's running.
Definitely so. But anyway, Magnolia. Man, Friday night, the Supers were running there. Friday and Saturday night, Supers were running there. It looked really good for Billy Moore Jr., actually. He ended up starting on pole. Our buddy Fergie Time, Chris Ferguson, went down there. He looked okay. Couldn't ever get quite hooked up like he needed to be. And I mean, he still ran good. Billy Moore Jr. though looked real good. But the man who has come up in a lot of big races this year, all of a sudden he decided to come up. Well, T-Mac.
Yes, sir. He's rolling, dude. It always seems like it don't matter where they go, what kind of car it is, where it's at, whatever. If it's a big race, he's there. Always. It really is. So that was good to see that. I didn't really get to see the rest of the weekend or the rest of that race. I don't know who finished where, but that was what, Friday night I think it was. Saturday night, old Chris Madden come up there and won it, Bo.
He did. He pretty much dominated that race.
Yeah,
he looked good the entire race. He pretty much put it on him, honestly.
Yeah, he did.
Tim McCready run good in it again. But he didn't have nobody had nothing for Madden.
Nah.
The few restarts they had, he'd take off and he'd check out on them. So apparently that 44 Rocket now is apparently working pretty good for him.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely is. So, I know they've been all over the place doing this, that, and the other, and he's been moving all over. So I don't know. Maybe he's got it figured out now where he wants to be. And
he's back running for himself. I mean, it's Chris Madden racing now.
Well, hey, maybe that's what he needs.
Maybe so. Dryden's still helping him a good bit.
Yeah,
they're still on the car pretty big. So maybe that's what he likes, what he needs. I know he ran for Tyler Millwood there a few races during that what was that? One of them summer tours. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, he's running his own stuff now, but him and Tyler Millwood still run pretty close there together. They always part together and everything. They're buddies, I think. And they still got Millwood plumbing on the car there, so on Chris's car. So I think they're a help to each other.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And volunteer the crate race down there. Our good buddy Ricky Weiss, man, he had their number Friday night for sure.
He definitely did. It's crazy watching him, and I guess that's the difference is, and you think about it, going from a super back to a crate. Yeah, sometimes you could at some tracks you'll look and they'll be running the same lap times, but just a little bit less power. They probably feel like they can drive the devil out of them cars. Yeah,
well, a lot of times, I mean, we even saw it up there at Portsmouth. The crate cars were just as fast as the supers, just because of wheel spin. I mean,
yeah,
so it's hard to say, but it's probably a lot easier car control with those cars versus the supers.
Well, especially somebody that's so used to running a super. I mean, it's got to help you a little bit. It can't hurt. Yeah, right. And that's what I think about even sometimes with like Kyle Strickler. He's so used to the modifieds where you got a 8-inch tire, and then you go in, to the super, big tire on the car. I feel like he probably feels like he's got a lot more car control in that super, even just because because of, like you said, wheel spin and stuff. He don't have to fight that quite as much in that car.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that can't hurt.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think Ricky would have had
and them stop tape brakes.
That's
Arcade Motorsports Consulting.
Every bit of it
helps a ton.
Oh, a ton for sure. Ton. He's done said it himself. So hey, but I think old Ricky would have had locked up for the whole weekend sweep. Had not had a little trouble early on in Saturday night's race.
Remember what happened to him there?
I cannot remember. I don't remember what happened. Broke something. Broke something. No, not broke motor.
Something.
I don't remember what it was.
No, shock or something. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I hate it for him because he was on a roll there, and but Jimmy Owens went back and ran the same car that Kyle Bronson ran at the race in Charlotte, the whatever it's called,
Dryden World Short Track
Championship. World Short Track. There you go. It was one of them. So he went and ran that, and I think Kyle finished third, somewhere along there, second or third in that car.
And
Jimmy went and ran it, and with Ricky out of it, he was gone, but wasn't much competition there.
Yeah, Jimmy's good. You put him in a good car, he's gonna run good.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt about that. So
and he got a crew chief that knows really what he's doing.
Oh yeah, for sure. So as far as dirt goes, I think the first weekend of the the Dryden Extreme Series. Yep. I think it's starting up this weekend or next, or somewhere along in there. Can't really remember, but I'll be checking that out. There's a big Carolina Clash race this weekend. It might be Lancaster, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it
big
is.
Carolina Clash.
10,000 all the win.
10,000 to win. It's the final race of Carolina Clash season.
Yep.
And
so a lot going on.
Rambo, I think he's going to lock it up down there, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully so for him. So be checking that out for sure. Also, going back to asphalt here a little bit, what was the Myrtle Beach 400 every year, November. National Myrtle Beach is closed up and tore down now, mostly. Yeah, we hate that for sure. But Florence Motor Speedway has kind of took the reins of that, and it's going to be it's actually the Charlie Powell Memorial Race. It's a 2-weekend deal. This past weekend was the South Carolina 250. They ran street stocks, they ran the trucks, and the limited late models. So a little quick winner list here. Old Ricky Locklear Jr. Won a street stock race, which is no surprise at all.
Go figure.
Yeah, for sure. So he won that, probably hands with no problem. Old Cody Kelly won the truck race.
Yeah.
Glad to see that. Them boys are pretty cool, and we got a lot of history with them guys, so that's really cool. And I might be saying this wrong, I'm not sure. Jansen Marchbanks, maybe?
That's right. And guess what he is? Guess what?
What is that?
He is a SRI driver.
How about that? Winning the South Carolina 250.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man, I love it. I love it. But they had a freaking crowd over there. I think they had 37 limited late models show up for a 24 or 25 car field. So a lot going on there. And the second part of that is the South Carolina 400, which is this weekend. Which I know they got the late model stocks, super late models, and I want to say it's the man, I forgot the name of them. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Doing 4-cylinder?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was the 4-cylinder mini stocks.
Well, what's really cool while you looking that up, got some names coming to run it. Ty Majeski coming down there, as we were just talking with Derek about. Ty's coming to run that with Chad Bryant Racing.
Modifieds.
Okay, the modifieds are coming. I couldn't remember if they were coming back or not.
Smart Tour modifieds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of heat, a lot of competition down there. Kind of wondering if some of these guys are going to kind of use this as a snowball, kind of shake down, get everything ready, and pretty much leave from there and go. You know, I don't know.
Might as well, but also the thing you got to remember about Florence is there typically isn't a whole lot of wrecks there, but when there is,
they tear up some stuff.
Because it always happens coming out of 4 for some reason.
Yep, always. Not on the back straightaway. There's no
Not on the back straightaway because you got plenty of room there. No, there's no wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them. No wall. All of a sudden you get to the front straightaway, it's a tunnel.
Yeah, that inside wall and outside wall is tight.
And that's where all of them tend to happen. So, you know, it depends if you think you got a good enough piece to get out front there. Because if you got a good enough piece to get out front, you can win some money. Yep. So definitely. That's really cool. Well, you going over to it?
I hope so. I'm gonna try to get over there Saturday for sure. We'll see what happens. But we got to talk with Miss Savannah and see if we can't get over there.
Well, I'm gonna need you to go to these this weekend, and I'm gonna need you to tell me what happens because I'm gonna be down there hanging out with Mickey.
Yeah, we gotta interview Mickey.
They won't let you get close to him right now. Dang. You wave at him from a distance.
Get one of them 6-foot microphone things and hold it over there.
And do that.
Yeah, you got it.
Mickey, what you think about the race? I've never got one of them to talk down there at all.
I don't think they talk.
No.
Pretty sure they don't talk.
You ever get one to talk, you can probably make $1 million.
Probably.
So anyway.
There's a lot going on this week, a lot coming up. for sure. So everybody be checking it out, and we appreciate y'all listening. Again, thanks to Logan and to Derek for coming on with us and hanging out for a little while.
Definitely so. And thank them. I want to thank our weekly sponsors as always. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, along with ARCA Motorsports Consulting, Ford Bike Apparel, and Checkered Race Hub, and also RMAC Solutions. We didn't say much about RMAC earlier, but RMAC, like we said last week, tell them about it, Sterling. Tell them a little bit.
Well, they got everything, man. Well, they got a lot, and it's there's so much involved with RMAC Solutions that you're just not limited. They're open to anything. They can supply brand new machines. They can repair machines. They can supply services of any sort. They can get you components for these machines. So definitely go check them out. It's they can supply welders, plasma cutters, plasma tables, press brakes, anything you name it, they can get it. So definitely go check them out. Appreciate them coming on and being a part of us and helping us out too. So
definitely,
hey, you need all that in racing.
Especially all you race shops. All y'all need y'all's equipment serviced, or might need new equipment. Might not be in the market for new equipment. You might be in the market for used equipment, and they can hook you up with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
A nationwide search, they can look for all that. So y'all go check them all out. Check out all their social medias and everything, and all that fun jazz. Well, anyway, what else we got?
I think that's it, man.
Are we
I gotta get back to work.
All right, well, you go back to work. I'm gonna go.
You gonna go edit?
I'm gonna go edit this show.
You gonna work too?
I'm gonna work too. All right. Well, we thank y'all all for coming on. If you've listened to all 40 episodes, we sure appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
we look forward to the next 40.
A few more this year, and then we got next year.
Yeah, I hope next year goes a little smoother.
I think it will.
Pretty sure it will.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll be seeing y'all next time.
Later.